You remember Judge Murphy, County Court Judge Murphy?
Oh, yeah, Santa Murphy.
Ah,
I love him.
he took me under his wing as a young
I
attorney.
love him. One of my favorites.
I have to give him tremendous credit. And if he's watching here today, tremendous honor and thanks to you, Judge Murphy. You taught me how to try a case. You taught me how to analyze a case. And I really learned from him.
Smart guy.
And the walkaway was when I left his division, mid-trial, you could stand me up on my feet and switch sides, and I could try the other side's case. And I've always been that kind of lawyer, and I learned it from him.
Yeah.
And I give him tremendous credit for that.
That's a great skill. It's a great skill. Now doing what you're doing, like now you're having to go after these people. And do you find a lot of these cases are going to trial, or are these people, what is your experience and what you're seeing right now? Obviously, you can't talk about individual cases.
So I'll speak extremely generally.
Sure.
Just like in criminal law, in civil litigation, 99% of cases settle outside of court.
Right.
Very few cases
I think that's every field.
end
Right.
up in trial. But sometimes they do, and you know it's sex offenders as well as I do. They're the ones who are probably most in denial of what is going on.
It's unbelievable.
And I will even say that to you as a former criminal defense lawyer. Defending them was very challenging because you couldn't get the real story.
Right.
They're some of the most creative BSers I've ever encountered.
Right. They lie to themselves so well. They lie to themselves so well they don't think they're lying, and that's tough to read.
I don't know how many times you've had this conversation where I say to to the criminal defendant client, I wasn't there. I'm not saying what you're saying is false. It's just that the jury's not going to believe you.
Right.
It's that simple. And here's this other piece of evidence that you can't overcome.
But the challenge, I've had a couple cases come through where they tell, and I don't do it, right? But they tell me what happened, and it's an example of like a kid that got, like, he says molested by his preacher or raped by a preacher, and I'm not knocking the Catholic Church or anything. I'm just saying this was an example. But it was 25 years ago. Again, back to the question: how long of a window do you have to come
Circling
forward?
back to that,
Right.
We got diverted.
Sure.
So here's part of the thing with victims of sex assault.
Right.
Because of the nature of victimization, those who report don't always report right away.
Sure.
Okay, it's not like you just had a fender bender, on I-95 and you're calling 911.
Sure.
A guy just hit the back of my car. Okay, they sit on it, and it's because they're going through a cycle of victimization. Now, it also depends on the personality of the person.
Right.
Some people will report it right away. Other people report it later. Okay, but without getting into the details, there are different legal vehicles. Okay. That allow for a very long statute of limitations.